This is page 51 in our notes. This is also continuing EE4, a little bit of EE5 continuing. So you've either taped or glued this in your notes, and then we're just going to use these directions to fill this out. So circle the numbers that are part of the solution for the inequalities below. So you're missing a little bit of information here. This is an inequality because there's an inequality sign. So we need to figure out when they give you these numbers in parentheses, they're going to give you, I'm going to use this color first. So we'll go 0, 4, 5, 7, 8 in parentheses. So you need to circle which ones of these numbers are part of the solution for this inequality. In other words, when you put these numbers in here, which ones make this true, and you're going to circle them. So when I put a 0 in here for x, and we can kind of do this in our head, 0 plus 3 gives us 3. And so if I write that, 0 plus 3, because we're substituting 0 in for x, 0 plus 3 is 3. Is that greater than 8? No, it is not, so you don't circle it. If I put 4 in here for x, 4 plus 3 is 7. Is that greater than 8? No, so you don't circle it. If I try 5 in for x, 5 plus 3 is exactly equal to 8. So you can't say 8 is greater than 8 when they're equal to each other. So no, they're exactly equal. So as these numbers get larger, it kind of makes sense that these would make this true. Because if I put a 7 or an 8 over here for x, 7 plus 3 is 10. That's greater. So that's yes, that's true. And then 8's larger yet, so yes, that would make that true when you plug those in for x. So you're just circling which one of these numbers make this true. The next set of numbers you're going to see for part 2 says 2b is less than or equal to 13. So 2 next to a b means times, and then here's your numbers they want you to try now. 0, 4, 6, and 8. So you need to try this. When I put a 0 in for b, remember they're next to each other, that means times. That means 2 times 0, which is 0. Is that going to be less than or equal to 13? Well, yeah, 0 is less than 13, so that one is true. So you circle it. That's a yes. If you try 4, and you plug 4 in here for b, 2 times 4, that's what it means when they're next to each other, that's 8. Is 8 going to be less than or equal to 13? Yes. So you circle it. When you put 6 in here, 2 times 6 is 12. Is 12 less than or equal to 13? Yes, so you circle it. If you put an 8 in here, so you keep trying these, if you put an 8, 2 times 8 is 16, that is not less than, it's actually greater than. So this is no, don't circle 8. The next example you see, 1/4 next to an x, that means 1/4 times x, is that going to be greater than or equal to 2.5? And these numbers they want you to plug in are 6, 8, 10, and 12. And you're going to circle which ones of these make this true. And you can use your calculator. We can also use paper pencil to show. When I plug in a 6 right here, what is 1/4 times 6? Well, 1/4 times 6, when I use my calculator, or 6 over 1, I'm going to get 1 and 1/2. Is that greater than or equal to 2.5? No, so I don't circle 6. So that's when I plugged in 6. If I plug in 8 right here, what's 1/4 times 8? My calculator gives me 2. Is 2 going to be greater than or equal to 2.5? Is 2 greater than or equal to 2.5? No, it's too small. So this is a no. So as I continue on trying, plugging in the 10 for x is 1/4 times 10. That gives me 2 1/2 on my calculator. Is 2.5 greater than or equal to 2.5? It's actually equal to it. So yes, this one works. And as you can kind of see, as the numbers are keep getting larger, it makes sense that 12 is also going to work. You could try that. 1/4 times 12 is going to give you 3, and 3 is greater than or equal to 2.5, which is what you were trying to figure out here. So you would circle 10 and 12. The last example I give you says t plus 2.5 is less than 3.8. And the numbers they want you to try on this example are 0.7, 1.3, 2.1, and 3.4. So you need to try these numbers, plugging them in for t, and then adding them to 2.5 to see if you're going to get an answer less than 3.8. So when I plug in 0.7 here, and I know with decimals you can use your calculator, but just simply going 0.7 plus 2.5, remember we line up our decimals, 7 and 5 is 12, carry the 1, I'm going to get 3.2. Is 3.2 less than 3.8? Yes, so this one would work. Then you could try the next one. Is 1.3, when I put that in for t, and I add it to 2.5, let's see, that's 3.8. Is 3.8 less than 3.8? No, that doesn't work. It's actually equal to it, so it's not less than. So if this one's no, and all these numbers keep getting larger, is there any way this side's going to be less than this when you keep putting in larger numbers? I can see right now that all these would be no, they're not going to work. You could plug them in with a calculator to check. So your homework, after doing these 3 pages of notes, it is page 99 and 104 for the worksheet, and you are going to do all on both sides. And there's a lot that goes with this, so you need to look back at these 3 pages of notes to help you do all with both sides. And again, you can use a calculator, but you need to show your work.